But today I'm at my grandfather's house, and I'm going to introduce you to a restoration project that I hope to start in on sooner rather than later. What is it, you ask? It's a box fan. Not just any box fan, though. It's my childhood box fan. Now, this box fan has a story behind it. This was... I actually heard two stories about how my grandparents got this fan, both of which tell me that they got it in 1969, which makes sense. It's a W25, so that would have made it about new. My grandmother used to say that this fan was a wedding gift to them, which would make 1969 make perfect sense. My grandfather, still to this very day, says that this fan was purchased at one of those Army surplus stores when he worked with the Army back in the 60s and 70s and what have you. I will probably never know which of those two stories is the accurate story, or it may have even been a mix between the two somehow, some way. I don't know. Unless I can find a way to time travel to their wedding day, which I don't imagine being possible. At least not in my lifetime, anyway. I will probably never know. I do know that this box fan sat out. It was used in their apartment when they didn't have air conditioning. Then when they built this house, it kind of got commissioned in the garage. When Granddad would come out here and work on stuff, he'd plug it in and use it. It got buried in that pile of coolers and things like that over there, I think, until the early fall of 2008, at which point Hurricane Ike blew through. During that point, me and my parents were living here with my grandparents at that time because our house was being remodeled. This is before my brother was born. So our house was being remodeled. It was all the way down to the concrete. So, the remodel was supposed to take 3 weeks. So, Nan and Granddad, with their usual graciousness, said, come on down. Well, then Ike blew through, and what was supposed to be 3 weeks turned into 3 months. We had no power in the house. A week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. We had a generator that my father owned at the time. And with that generator, we could run the refrigerator, the TV, and this box fan. And if we wanted to use the microwave, we would have to unplug this or the TV because we didn't want to unplug the refrigerator. Well, I played with it on end during that time because I had nothing else to do. My grandmother, after that, made sure it never got reburied. She'd keep me and my cousins in the afternoons and during the days when our parents would have to go to work. A lot of days she'd bring me out here, she'd plug this thing in. That's how I found out that if you turn a fan on and you talk into it, it cracks your voice. So this fan definitely had an impact on me as a child. It's fallen into a little bit of a state of disrepair. It's been sitting out here in the garage for 32 years now since they built this house. Well, except for the 3 weeks it was inside. It could use some love. And sooner rather than later, I hope, love is just what this thing's going to get. Now, in terms of mechanical, motor, what have you, it still runs like a brand new fan. Cosmetically, it's seen some better days. So, what I will do, with Granddad's permission, is to take this out in the driveway just outside that door, get some steel wool and WD-40, and just kind of sand this off. And then I will go into the paint store in town and get myself some off-white, almond-ish color paint, because upon finding out this thing comes off really easily, you'll see that that is what color this thing once was. It's also got some red spots on it. Couldn't begin to tell you what that was from. when I do that, or after I do this, and next time my uncle's down here, he will be helping me, I hope, replace this power cord, because I'm sure that's real safe. It's got some wire nuts in it. I guess it must have ripped at some point. And it's got a new, or not new, it's actually a very old plug on there. Can't imagine that plug's original to it, but it was decently installed. So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be bothered as to take this thing apart and try to oil it. With these GEs, that's always way more of a pain than it's worth. And right after this thing will focus. Focus. There we go. I really don't think it needs it. In every one of my vintage fan videos, I say this, but I will say it again because it's the honest to goodness truth. It never ceases to amaze me how these 40, 50, 60, 70, and more year old electric motors still run beautifully. Or if they don't, it's very easy to make them run beautifully again. And many of them have spent decades without a drop of oil, which a lot of them you're supposed to give them oil. Even in the case of this one, nobody ever did that. Nobody ever does do that. Still runs like a dream. And then, you know, the ostensibly permanently lubricated motor in the modern fan lasts probably about 6 months to a year, then starts to sound like it's mixing concrete. And then it blows out the little blue safety fuse on the plug. Yeah. What a joke. I told my grandfather I wanted to restore this a few weeks ago. I'd been planning to do it for a long time. Nan always said she thought it was a good idea. Granddad, at first, he said, you know, well, why would you want to restore a 50-year-old box fan? You know, he says, you know, he's like, you know, couldn't you just go to Target or Walmart or Home Depot or something like that and get a brand new one? Yeah, you could. Will you get the 50 years out of it that you've gotten out of this? I don't think that you will. And with some restoration, who knows? This thing might last another 50 years or more. The only trouble spot I see down there, besides the guards are rusty, that's going to get fixed. There's some rust down there in the bottom of the cabinet, which will get addressed, no doubt. I don't have time to start cleaning it up. I don't have time to start stripping the paint off today. But I'm going to be here for the night. I'm going to spend the night here on Friday night. So maybe on Friday night I might be able to take this thing out in the driveway and start cleaning it up a little bit. But I am going to do a couple of things in this video. First, I'm going to take an extension cord and I'm going to plug it in, just so you guys can see that it does in fact still work. I'm also, since I found out how you're supposed to pop these grills off, I might just do that and inspect down in there, see if it's really as bad as it looks or not. But I will probably not be able to get to the restoration project until Friday night, if I manage to get to it at all. So I'm going to get the camera set up over here. I'm going to go find first I'm going to get it set up where you can see the fan. My button's back. Okay. That's not important.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Waiting for CCE to start.
Huh?
It's at 6:30 today.
I think it ends at 6:30.
No, today it starts at 6:30 because we have to go do a mass thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Edge is normal.
Okay. Alright, well, let me see if I can find, that thing needs a battery. There are a couple other fans out here. There's an M&M thing. This thing that's been around here. Oh, it got dropped. Still works though.
Just the battery cover.
There's a pedestal fan over there.
It's actually
There's
moves
a couple
a
other
lot of
fans
air.
back over here. Yeah.
This surprisingly moves air.
Alright, let me get this cord run back here and we'll give this. Your boat.
Yeah. Christmas gift.
Oh, that boat.
Yeah, the only boat in the garage.
Well, that and a raft, but that doesn't really count.
That's broken.
Let's give this thing a run up here and just see what it does after I plug it in. Of course, I am going to have to put all this away when I'm done, just
Well,
because.
actually, it's not. I was gonna get the boat, but it's gonna be used at the farm.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look. Dad could plug in a travel trailer in the garage.
Yep.
That's kind of weird.
Making a video about the box fan, like always.
Okay, well, let's not leave the door open.
Okay, so it's all plugged in. Got it run up to an extension cord plugged in back there. Let's just give it a run up and see what it does. It has 3 speeds.
Got some leaves.
Okay. Has a little startup
I don't know why, but this bike makes me feel like so freaking awesome.
See, it's got a little wobble out in the blades there. Probably gonna run a little slow because it hadn't been running in a while and it's kind of cold out today, so it might give us a few problems, but it usually gets going a little faster than that on the little. But you know, it has to be said it hadn't been running 6 months and it's cold. And it's picking up speed. Of course, this thing does have a rather slow roll. Here's the medium. Okay, apparently it's not as cold as I thought it was. Just getting up there. Probably needs to be going a little faster than that, but sometimes this is not the first time it's acted a little sluggish.
This came from a bird's mouth. Saved a bird.
Let's see what'll happen on high. Should go nuts.
It's too bad you were there.
Okay, well, high performs at normal. Alright, headphone users,
Kill it with fire!
I'm only going to give you one warning.
Wow!
Spin down.
Oh, thank God.
Again, I think it might be a little cold. It usually performs a little better than that. Could you get out of the frame, please?
Oh, wait.
I've already redone this video 3 times. I don't feel like doing it again. Put that back on.
It's the world's largest
I
magnet.
know. Alright, real quick. We're going to do a 0 to high before I unplug it and put the cord back away.
Oh my gosh, Jack. Come look how clean it is.
I know. Thing's been on there for decades. Okay, here goes. 0 to high.
Yeah, this magnet, I have no idea why it's there. Dude, if this were our fridge and we had this magnet here, you would never sleep. Wake up in the middle of the night. My God, damn it!
Alright, I'm going to put this cord back away and then we'll see if we can't dismantle it a little.
Ooh,
Again, I don't have a whole lot of time to work on it.
Wow, look, Jackie.
Yeah. Oh, I also have to make another video out here because last time I was here I found a really old radio.
Where?
I'll show you. So we're going to make a video about that a little bit. You know what, I'll do it now because I don't really have a whole lot of time.
We have till 6:30. You forget. I don't know what time it is.
Okay. Put that back. Okay, well that's all I've got for the GE today. Again, when I come back here on Friday night, we might get some more stuff done to it.
Hey, where are we coming